With a star addressing his release and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. In a post on X, Rikishi revealed this song, which is a tribute to the Iron Sheik and a diss track on Hulk Hogan. He would also write, "Hip-hop music has always been a part of my life. When I started my wrestling journey, I always had a tape playing in the car on the road from city to city. As I started this new adventure in music, I wanted to pay homage to the hip-hop and reggae artists that motivated me throughout the years. During my run as the Sultan, I was managed by the legendary Hall of Famer, the Iron Sheik. We bonded during that time, learning about each other's cultures and lifestyles. A few years later, I let him hear a song called Lean Back by Fat Joe and the Terror Squad. Sheik was amazed by the Middle Eastern sound, and it was one of my favorite songs to jam to on the road. In honor of him, Big Oos returns as the Sultan and going after one of his sworn enemies. R.I.P. Sheiky baby. Thank you to Frankie, Braggadocio, 1M, Valentine, and Hierarchy Media Group for helping me put this one together. Hit link in bio." Praising AEW President Tony Khan for wearing a neck brace during the NFL draft after taking a pile driver from the Young Bucks, commentator for the company Jim Ross said on his Grilling JR podcast, "I was waiting to see if Tony was going to follow through and complete the cycle by wearing a neck brace, and he did. I was proud of him for doing that because it was old school. Now, whether you like the angle or you didn't like the angle, that's another issue, but him following through and wearing the neck brace, good for Tony Khan on that deal. That was old school like thinking, and I'm really glad that he wore the neck brace." In a promotional video for his dispensary, Matt Riddle said this on X.
What's up, everyone? Matthew Riddle, the King of Bros, and I'm excited to announce finally the drop of Riddle OG number 2 and number 4, May 10th, San Bernardino, California, at the Row House Dispensary. Dude, I'm going to be there from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., signing autographs, taking pictures, and enjoying some of the finest cannabis in the world, bro. Hope to see you all there.
Also, Riddle confirmed an OnlyFans account is on its way to a displeasured fan. When it comes to a role change for WWE commentator Michael Cole, it was said that PWInsider.com has confirmed with multiple sources that there have been changes made within WWE when it comes to managing announcers. Michael Cole had held that position for a long time, but we have been told that Cole has pulled back from those responsibilities in order to concentrate fully on his duties as a talent, specifically as the lead voice on Monday Night Raw and pay-per-view events. We are told that this was a Cole decision and one the company had no issue with. The word making the rounds is that Sue Kundero, who has been with the company for a long time and worked with Cole in managing announcers, has taken over his former responsibilities. As AEW Women's Champion, Toni Storm has been calling out Wendi. Richter, the legend herself, responded saying this during a High Spots virtual gimmick table signing. "Well, I didn't even know she had been calling me out. Someone told me she's been doing it on a regular basis. Well, money does talk. If they can cough up enough money, I'd take her on. I'd even give her the first swing. Bring it, Toni. You think you can beat me? I'd like to see it. I'm not afraid." Speaking about a potential return to WWE, Devon Dudley said this to Simon Miller of What Culture Wrestling. Yes, but I haven't done the Triple H era. I've been through the Vince McMahon era, but I would love to get a crack at maybe even possibly doing the Triple H era, so to speak. You never know. I had fun when I was there, even during the Vince era. At times, it was extremely stressful, but we got through it and did what we had to do. But I never just got a chance to feel that new era. It's an opportunity that, if it presents itself, so be it. I'm not going to sit here and not listen and make a business decision. There is no beef on my part with WWE. I went on Twitter and I announced that this and that. I had fun with everybody that I worked with, whether it was in the ring or outside the ring, had no issues with management or anything. It was just time to part ways, and we did. Going over a recent resignation from WWE, Ringside News wrote that Vince McMahon is currently dealing with a sexual trafficking lawsuit, but other people were also involved, and now it appears the COO of WWE has resigned amidst his involvement in the lawsuit. On January 25th, Janelle Grant, a former WWE staff member, filed a lawsuit against WWE, John Laurinaitis, and Vince McMahon, alleging incidents of sexual assault, emotional abuse, and sex trafficking, dating back to March 2019. The lawsuit contains grave accusations against these high-profile individuals, shedding light on significant misconduct within the company and calling into question the safety and integrity of the workplace environment at WWE. According to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Chief Operating Officer Brad Bloom tendered his resignation from WWE. Details surrounding his departure are limited, but it was stated as his own decision with no indication of external pressure. Chief Operating Officer Brad Bloom tendered his resignation on May 1st. We don't know more details past this was his own decision and nobody forced him out. Bloom, alongside Nick Khan and Paul Levesque, held a lot of power within the company. He served as a critical strategic and operational leader since joining WWE in 2006, initially as Chief of Staff. Over the years, he assumed various leadership roles, ultimately overseeing a range of corporate functions, including corporate strategy, marketing, IT, and technology, and more. Bloom transitioned to Executive Vice President of Operations in 2019, and following the merger with Endeavor, he was promoted to Chief Operating Officer. Bloom's tenure was not without controversy, as he was involved in legal matters such as the Janelle Grant lawsuit. He was cited in the lawsuit regarding his handling of hiring and internal transfers. As he has been released from AEW, Ethan Page would address this in a video posted to X.
As you can imagine today, I've been getting a lot of messages, text messages, emails, offers. I'm trending. It seems like everybody just wants to know about my business. So I'm here to give everyone a business update. I'm about to say a bunch of things that would probably offend a few of my peers in the industry. But to me, the most important thing is telling the truth and being honest with my fans. So I'm going to do just that. An official business update on Ethan Page. It is now 2 weeks in a row that I have been a top seller on Ringside Collectibles. Meaning that in the first week of releases, I outsold Chris Jericho, MJF, and Samoa Joe. And the second week, I outsold everybody in my wave. Meaning Daniel Garcia, Saraya. I'm the number one seller. Not in total, but it's pretty damn good for a guy who hasn't been on television since December or featured at all. And it's really bugging me. Like, why does everyone need to know all these details? I don't want to talk about this stuff. I don't want to remind my peers that I'm more popular than them, or remind my peers that even though I'm not featured, I'm still beloved by the wrestling community and the fans. Nobody wants to do this. Why would you put me in this position? Anyways, now that I got that out of the way, I think the last thing that I want to say is pre-order still available. Go to ringsidecollectibles.com and make sure Ethan Page is a top seller next week too.
As Baron Corbin was set to appear at a toy store in France, the fans waiting would end up chanting for him.
Baron Corbin! Baron Corbin! Baron Corbin!
Mentioning how WWE is set to make an announcement, Ringside News wrote that WrestleMania 40 was truly one for the ages, and the company is already looking ahead to WrestleMania 41. In fact, it has now been confirmed that WWE will make a major announcement regarding WrestleMania 41 soon. It is to be noted that Nick Khan recently stated Las Vegas is among the cities being considered to host WrestleMania 41. In fact, Vegas is looking to be the strongest candidate for the show of shows next year. During the May 4th Friday night SmackDown tapings, it was revealed that WWE will be making a WrestleMania 41 related announcement tomorrow on social media, and all signs point towards its location being revealed. We had already reported that Minnesota is no longer in contention to host WrestleMania 41. Triple H had also recently mentioned that the WrestleMania 41 location announcement would be done very soon, and now it is more or less confirmed it will be done tomorrow. Touching on the plans for Chelsea Green and NXT following a return to the brand, Fightful Select reported that Chelsea Green has been a talent requested in NXT for quite some time. There have been pitches since Von Wagner's release to pair Green back up with Robert Stone on the main roster. It was added that Chelsea Green was not backstage very long at NXT and was brought in quickly to do her spot per Sean Ross Sapp. Revealing how he feels working under Triple H after being Vince McMahon's protege, Austin Theory told 10 Count Media, well, for me, starting from NXT and going on to the main roster, and having that time with Mr. McMahon and, doing the selfie gimmick and becoming the youngest Mr. Money in the Bank, becoming the youngest United States champion, and kind of that being the top off with the Vince McMahon era, and then going on and having the big match with John Cena at WrestleMania, and then kind of going to SmackDown and in a way finding myself with Grayson Waller and becoming the greatest undefeated tag team champions. Now, being, as you said, you could call it the Triple H era. Man, we're just on another level now. We're having premium live events all around the world. We're right here in France today. We got a PLE here tomorrow in Lyon, France, and tonight we got SmackDown. So for me, the trajectory has been insane, and it's only going to keep going because Austin Theory is the Rocket Man. The interviewer also said that the only moment at WrestleMania 39 Theory had was getting stunned by Steve Austin. As Theory replied, "You saying that was my last moment? Because the last moment I had was when big old Hollywood movie star John Cena was down at my feet. I was holding up the title. That was the last moment. So, Mr. Journalist, if you want to get it right, you gotta get it right. You did the whole world forget? Is that what they do over here in France? They forget? Is that what's going on? Because I don't think anybody forgot that I beat John Cena. John Cena, this guy sucks. All right." In an update on the contract status of Seth Rollins, Ringside News wrote that Seth Rollins is committed to staying with the company for the foreseeable future. According to Fightful Select, Rollins has inked a new contract with WWE, extending his tenure for several years, and the deal comes with a significant financial package, as has been customary for recent re-signings. Individuals familiar with the negotiations emphasized WWE's determination to retain Rollins, with one source stating firmly they're not going to let him go. Rollins himself expressed his desire to continue with WWE back in February, expressing confidence that an agreement would be reached, although there's a sentiment among WWE higher-ups that they wished the deal had been finalized sooner. The terms they've secured ensure Rollins' allegiance to the company well into his 40s. Recent weeks have seen WWE finalizing deals with other key talents like Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre, with Damian Priest's contract extension also making headlines. While Rollins undoubtedly attracted significant interest from outside parties, it remains unclear if formal offers were extended beyond WWE. Rollins' previous contract was set to expire in June, and despite his current hiatus due to a knee injury requiring surgery, WWE included him in the recent WWE draft, signaling their commitment to his continued involvement. Going over releases from WWE today, Ringside News wrote that WWE fans were dealt a blow recently with the company's announcement of another round of talent cuts. This follows a prior wave that saw the departure of notable names like Zion Quinn, Xia Li, Jinder Mahal, Von Wagner, and then Cameron Grimes. Unfortunately, the trend persisted, with WWE revealing more talent releases, adding to the disappointment. Earlier today, WWE confirmed the release of several NXT talents in this latest wave. Departing names include Ezekiel Balagan, Julian Baldy, Trey Bear Hill, Emma Maria Diaz, known from the WWE Roku channel series WWE Next Gen, Valentina Feroz, Drew Gulak, Keyshawn LaFleur, Daryl Mason, Vlad Pavlenko, and Kaya Saint. An update from PW Insider: Boa has also departed from the company today. These releases reflect WWE's periodic adjustments to its talent roster, mirroring the company's evolving strategies and business priorities. While some of the released talents gained attention through WWE's Roku series, others were active competitors in NXT. Drew Gulak's exit, though not entirely surprising given recent allegations, is nonetheless disheartening. Following a live event match against Shinsuke Nakamura in Italy, Cody Rhodes advocated for a Raw or SmackDown to take place in the country. Here's the clip.
Italy, did you have a good time tonight? Italy, did you have a good time tonight? From the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you very, very, very much. I heard someone screaming. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. If I was to tell you I love you, it would be Ti amo, correct? You know, we're sold out here tonight. This is a pretty good showing for Italy. Kind of makes me think, wouldn't it be cool to have a Raw, to have a SmackDown? Okay, I take it you guys, you want that? Byron, are you in charge of that? Who's in charge? What do you think? You want to play a rule, or are you afraid to say anything? What do you think? I think we should have Raw or SmackDown right here, man. So what do? Do we call Triple H? So, it was a really great crowd. We're going to come here more often. All right, well, before we say our goodbyes, I've already told you how much I love you, how much this means to me. I understand when we come over here. I understand when we come over here, it's not that often, but I can tell you we are trying to make that change. We are trying to get overseas as often as we possibly can to see things like that. And if you guys really want something here, go ahead, right there, my friend Matty, he's got that camera. He's going to take a look at each and every one of you. Let Triple H know how you feel. Should Raw, SmackDown, or AEW come to Italy? Guys, thank you so much. I'm going to stick around for a second, take a few pictures. They will make me leave. I love you guys. Have a great night.
And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.